In order to continue having a normal year, students must continue to follow safety protocols. Ari Giorgenti, WTHS News. When students left school in March, it was just a normal spring break with many exciting trips planned. In an already fast-paced world, the news industry has been taking on tremendous roles to keep up with all the madness. It's the same way here in our WTHS studio. TPSD has a saying that excellence is tradition. Today in Tupelo, the Justice Center will begin counting ballots as polling stations close. You still have time to go out and vote. Let your voice be heard. These full halls came to a stop when board members decided to pull THS students from the school amid safety concerns.
Me along with Dr. English and even Dr. Piku. We started looking at the student numbers and then we started looking at the staff numbers and we noticed a small increase on Monday the 9th, and then we just tracked it all the way through steadily each day. Both staff and students went up.
There were about 40 staff members and 300 students that were absent due to COVID just at the high school alone.
Close down a section of the school or a school based upon a number of elements. And the big element was the number of staff that were out at any one time. So the other schools were able to find substitute teachers to cover their absences, where the high school really was struggling.
Although teachers were relieved, not all students felt the same.
I was very glad to hear it because I teach science and I know, how viruses spread, and I was becoming a little alarmed by the number, especially the number of teachers who were either quarantined because they had been exposed or they actually had the virus. I was glad that we were going to get a moment apart from each other.
For me, I think it's a lot easier to attend school than do online because I retain information so much better, like when I'm there in person next to a teacher where I can ask questions and stuff like that.
Despite the relief to lower these numbers, one new problem that has come around is technical difficulties.
We're going to make every single possible mistake on Canvas at least once before we figure out how to do it right. So, and I assume that it happens from the student end as well. So don't wait to make the mistakes. Hurry up and try everything and get your mistakes out of the way as quickly as possible.
Teachers say they are always there to help if you are having a difficult time.
Sometimes they message about schoolwork and sometimes they don't. I message them every morning and kind of say, hey, this is what you need to get done today. I post lecture videos where I teach the information and then an assignment kind of to review that. And I encourage the students to message me if they have questions, but that doesn't mean they're going to.
In order to continue having a normal year, students must continue to follow safety protocols. Ari Giorgenti, WTHS News. TPSD has a saying that excellence is tradition, and the class of 2021 is no stranger to this expectation. One senior that has gone above and beyond is Mallory Peters. She is the setter for our Lady Wave volleyball team, plays violin for the THS orchestra, and on top of all of this, she has recently been recognized as a National Merit semifinalist.
To be recognized as a semifinalist, I worked really hard with practice tests, and I did it weekly before the test. I just kept working and kept practicing, and if I didn't understand something, I would look it up and really make sure I understood the content on it.
With all of the schoolwork and extracurricular activities, she has to keep a steady balance, which is a critical factor for success.
With a schedule and proper time management skills, it really works out.
When school gets tough and life gets busy, she has her parents to look back to, who inspire her by being her biggest supporters.
What inspires me about Mallory is that she doesn't always do what's easy, she does what's right. I've witnessed firsthand those nights where she's come home and has been too tired to practice her violin or doesn't feel like studying, but she does it anyway because she knows that it's the right thing to do and that people are depending on her.
With the accomplishments the senior class has already made, we are excited to see what is to come after they graduate. Ari Giorgenti, WTHS News.